Well, what's the crack? How you getting on? Yeah, it's nearly Christmas, everybody. Nearly. Oh, the holiday season. The holiday season. Is that very American to call it the holiday season? Although of late we seem to be getting a lot of Americans listening. It's Christmas, by all accounts. You're all very welcome to Ramble Pod, the 29th one, for the 18th of December 2018. I told you, my brain was really falling apart the other day. It is not getting any better, people. I physically, like, the fact that I had to look up that it was just Tuesday. The fact that I had to look up that it's Tuesday. Like, today Monday. Today is Monday, Tom. Today is Monday. I'm recording this Monday night. I'm here at the old folks' place here in Tipperary. So, apologies if there's sound, but it is a fucking howling outside. It is howling like a bastard outside. So, I'll see, can I remove as much of that from the edit as possible? But sure, look at fair play to you for tuning in. It's your first time, you're all very welcome. There, yeah, that's telling me now that it's 8 o'clock. This is great. This whole house, it's not set up conducive to my nice little snug of an office that I have in my own place for podcasts. So there's all sorts of things beeping and all the rest. But sure, look, that's half we don't have the dog. The dog's snoozing inside. I think she's quietening down in her old age. I say old age, I think she's not even 2 yet, like, but yeah, thanks very much. Hit subscribe, have a gander at this. It's twice weekly, with a chat on Friday with people and a chat with me just on Tuesdays. Thank you very much, Patreon. Good on you, folks. Chugging away there, keeping the lights on here. No, I'm not even in, but essentially keeping us in gear. And I have spotted the headphones. Because we've a few more bob in the tank now again. I've spotted 2 sets of headphones which will even make sound even better for ye out the other end. Because once people can hear their own voice, that's what it's all about. I'm after getting a couple of splitters, the whole lot for the thing. A couple of decent headphones, and a mic standard will be going up in the new year as well, because I have them spotted as well. I know exactly what I want. So that'll be the Patreon people paying for that. The Patreon people. And of course, here's the thing. If you want to give towards the podcast and you want to contribute towards it, I give this shout out to people on the podcast and message them straight back to. It's a piece of piss to sign up. Sling it once or sling it monthly. It'd be great. If you feel it's worth it, if you pay for fucking Spotify and all these other things, which you'll probably listen to on. A lot of people are listening on Spotify. Or if you pay, I'm not saying I'm Netflix or whatever, but if you want to give it direct to the fucking actual thing, and it's not just going filtering into some fucker's pocket someplace, and you feel it's worth it to you, of course, the non-ad version will be up there. And as well as that, the back catalogue of the Tom and Jerry show is coming right in your ear holes if you're a fucking Patreon. Or if you just want to buy shit from the T Republic shop with the logos and all the rest of it, go for it. The links will be in the description. Jump all over that thing. I was listening back again to Davies one from last week. I think the sound is a little. See, we're in a bastard of a place. I'm after getting an office now. They're after giving me an office in the university that I can use for recording if needs be. But the other day it was just kind of we had a minute between rehearsals. I say a minute, we had about an hour between rehearsals, which was lucky because I don't know how it happened, but we were recording in like a lecture hall. It wasn't the greatest, and people are sticking their heads in the door and all the rest of it, so apologies but it sounded grand. It's just me being picky now, that kind of way. I'm getting all snooty now that I'm starting to learn about microphones and shit. Jesus, for what I know, Christ almighty. I'll get put back on my box whenever I talk to somebody who actually knows their shit about sound gear. They're like, yeah, the XJ50 is fucking class there. I'm like, yep, absolutely. I don't know anything about fucking microphones all of a sudden. But I know the ones I'm getting, they're just a bit creamier. The old voice, it just, hey. I sound like the Caramel Bunny all of a sudden. Might be dangerous, actually. People driving. I can't be listening to that fucker, he's too erotic. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, listen, I mean, I'll have another look at it. And I swear to God, to say that it's up to fucking 90, lads. To say that it's up to 90, I'm struggling just to fucking get through, my brain to get through a day. Because this shit it's great. It's great crack. But it's just all consuming. You couldn't be doing anything else. Bar, obviously, this Wednesday, to anybody who's listening, this Wednesday I will be in, which is tomorrow night, I'll be in Dolan's of Limerick. So I need Limerick people. I know some of the cast are coming along as well. It should be a good old crack, good old respite, break away from. I'll be cursing all night, essentially, as I'm headlining it. And good old friend of the podcast, Carl Spain, is hosting. I'll be just cursing, trying to get it all out of my system, because obviously at Panto you don't do much in the way of swearing, and I'm one who's fond of it. I'll fuck every so often. So yeah, that's this side of Christmas, and Jesus Christ, I need to sit down and update the website. Go have a look at that in the next few days. Don't worry about it right now. Although there's some of the gigs are up there, but I gotta fucking put up a load more of them. Does anybody want a PA job? Anybody want a PA job at all? Doesn't pay fucking anything, but we'll hang around and drink tea and stuff like that and just talk about shit. If anybody wants to be a PA of any sort who knows shit about like this kind of stuff, websites and all that stuff, it'd be great if you do want to pop along. So yeah, Jesus Christ, today was the first day of, I suppose it's preview shows at the minute because they're just schools. They just fill it with schools. So 2 shows today, one at 10 o'clock this morning. I know. And one at 1 o'clock. And just ram in like 1,000 kids each time. And they're savages. They're fucking savages. But it's good. I mean, you want, like the kinks, there's a few little kinks that just need ironing out. You know what I mean? Like just timing issues, because there's like sound effects need to go off at the right time. Like I was telling you last week, all this shit needs. So you really, and then you see like where the laughing spots are. You know what I mean? They're laughing at spots. And like a lot of kids were going for the evil people, the evil bits. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of violent shit coming out of the kids too, which was great to hear it. It was great to hear it. You know what I mean? I'm not I'm kind of a baddie and a goodie in this, like, but it's like, I kind of fucking like that. Just, they flipped the switch on me a small bit, and they were just happy enough to be the old evil, go with the evil one. Like, they were fucking loving Catherine. She's the evil queen, and she's very good at being evil, like, but some of the kids were fucking loving it, which is, it's heartwarming. It's heartwarming that there's just little rebels coming down the line. They're not all going to just mush into the one, oh my God, I love the nice people. Oh, Jesus Christ, to see just the savagery of children, like just ram 1,000 children into a thing, fill them full of sweets, lock the doors and put on some bright lights, music they like to hear, and a bunch of adults acting the maggot for 2 hours in front of them. Oh, Christ almighty. I'd forgotten just how wild. Like, it was, Jesus Christ, it was some, it was Colosseum, Christians to the Lions kind of stuff in the Colosseum. Kids just, lunchboxes flying all over the fucking place. It was great to see it. So we have 2 more again tomorrow, 2 more on Wednesday, 1 more on Thursday morning of the previews, and then opening night, official opening night, where all the people with nice coats and jackets and lots of photographs and ear kissing darling, because it's the big ticket item now in Limerick at the minute, like, because it's the place to be seen. Because in fairness, they promoted the shit out of it over the last, I think it's this their 7th year at it. And they've made it the big ticket night out at Limerick. So the likes of JP McManus and stuff like that rocks up. Celia Holmanley and these nice people with nice teeth. People with nice teeth show up. I shake hands with them all. And I could be nothing but polite to them. Which I don't really know what else to do, but we're up and running at that stage. You know what I mean? You get the adults in then, it balances out. Some of the jokes, like I would say 20% of the jokes that are meant for adults get to land, and the ones that are even meant for kids, sometimes kids need a little bit of a helping hand when it comes to, we'll laugh at this point here. Because it's not like kids go to comedy clubs all that often, that kind of way. So, but regardless, it's been good. I've busted myself a few times. I don't know, was I telling you I'm playing the Huntsman? And yeah, I know. I fucking know. Anybody who listens to this podcast has gone, really? I wouldn't have seen that coming, Tom. Yeah, I'm the Huntsman. And this motherfucker of an axe. It's ridiculous. They sent over 2 of them from the UK, this prop company, like, and I was expecting, they're going to be foam. No, it's a proper pickaxe handle with a big fucking, like, it's not a metal blade, but it's a big fucking marine plywood fucking blade that they've created. It looks the shit. But it's kind of hooked at the bottom, like a big executioner's one. First run with it when we got down there the other day during a practice run. And I'm there with Snow White or whatever. And whatever way I just go to throw it up on my shoulder, it just clipped across the top of my head. And the hooky little bit, wonk. And I've split my head enough times to know when the skin has just gone, I'm out of here. And just pissed blood everywhere. It's great. It's only a little cut, like, but it was just wonk. Off the top of the head. Like, there's no way skull versus marine ply. Marine ply is the waterproof strong stuff that, like, shuttering carpenters use and stuff. So, there was no way the head was winning. And that was first to the drama, really. People kind of made a big drama about it, like, but it was like, trust me, this head is taking a lot of knocks. It's okay. But then yesterday, full dress rehearsal. Thankfully, there wasn't too many people in, but there's a bit. where they have this new smoke machine, because there's house smoke machines that are tipping away all the time, like the smoke pouring away, all the trickling away, just to keep it a bit more dramatic. But then this other one where actually something was supposed to be on fire comes pumping in. New smoke machine they got, didn't realise when they put it down the ground the thing was going to piss oil all over the floor, clear oil too. And Tomsy Wamsy here didn't realise it either. So when I turn to do kind of a sharp turn across the stage, right the spot where all that oil had flicked, fucking, I was going to say 4 legs up in the air. I suppose maybe I did go up like a bit of a goat. A goat would have fucking stuck the landing nicely. I went up like a shot fucking rabbit. 2 legs up in the air. I had no idea what had happened. Didn't get time to put the hand back. It was probably better that I didn't, because I probably would have fucking jarred a wrist or a fucking elbow or something and just smashed myself down on the ground. And then just kind of crawled off. But there was to be a bit where I was to exit anyway. And it was kind of a wild kind of bit. And everybody watching was like, Jesus Christ, that's amazing. Did Tom just throw that in there? Not realising that I couldn't fucking breathe over on the side. The fucking wings of the scene ended. And just somebody on the radio came down to one of the texts. It was like, did Tom mean to do that? Did he? Did Tom? And they could just hear me go, fuck off. Would you fuck off? But yeah, there wasn't much sympathy given. They know, look, there's a reason why I'm rough anyway. So they're like, yeah, look, if it was a lot of other people, there would have been fucking nearly stretchers the whole lot, like blue lights everywhere. But it's like, with me, it's not that I'm tough. It's just that I'm ignorant enough to kind of fucking get on with it, like, and just, you know, I'll sort it out myself. It's okay. But yeah, it did fucking ring my bell, I'll tell you though. I wasn't right for a good half an hour after. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. But because you're not used to that shit. And you certainly don't take fucking high impact like rugby, right? And you don't take it fucking during panto typically, like, but I'm alright. I'm just getting old. And that's all that is. Just getting old and a bit fucking soft. That's all it fucking is, lads. But the crowds have been good so far. If you are coming along, because a few people have messaged actually during the week that they are coming to it. So hit me up. I won't be out for a meet and greet every evening, but hit me up and I'll see, can I get out? I'll sneak out the side door, like, and you know what I mean? And side stage door out to you, and we'll get photographs or whatever, like, but because if you go out into the middle of the barrage, because there's we get like a schedule, because you can't come out for fucking meet and greets every night, like, so people want to be getting home, like, and but I will, like, any mates or stuff that are bringing kids, I'll pop out, like, and that's the, I was going to say, and that's for Patreon's own. That's narrowing the fucking thing small, but like, for the people who message me, who listen to the podcast and stuff, who are coming, yeah, I'll come out to you. Just message me so I know you're there. But like I said, I'll snake out the side, like, because if you walk into the barrage of the entire fucking audience going, hey, what's the crack? Going on the fucking popularity of Huntsman Pat. That's my name, Huntsman Pat, isn't it? Going on the popularity of that character, you won't get a photograph for a good fucking hour. So, Jesus, do you know, I've an awful hankering for barbecue. Segueing away from it all. I swear, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. The grub is good. The grub is a good situation down here in Tip. The mother's a good fucking cook. But there's something, I don't know what it is. I just have a hankering for fucking barbecuing. I think it's just like, I need to decompress already. And we haven't even started to run properly yet. Like, but, oh, Jesus Christ. I follow just fucking hashtag. I don't know. It's like an Argentinian style of fucking meat or something. Churrasco or churrasco, churrasco. I don't know what. It's just a hashtag on fucking old Instagram there, it's the only one I follow. I don't follow anything else, but it pops up every time somebody's used that hashtag, and it's all to do with fucking Argentinian, like, and South American style fucking grilling. Oh, lads alive! I'm going to give that a go, like, you know what I mean, with a big fire pit, like, and the way they go. Oh, Jesus Christ! Have a look at it. I'll. No, I'm not going to fucking. Argentinian style barbecue. That's, just look up that. Oh my good Jesus Christ. I know I'm jumping the gun. I have enough going on with the fucking Weber stuff, like, and all the rest of it. But Jesus Christ. I'm going to have Richie Case on the podcast. We'll probably do a lot talking about barbecuing as well, because he's after getting a serious bit of kit over in America. Because, of course, in fairness to the Americans, they do barbecuing very fucking well. And he's down in Florida. And for the right kind of money, he got a quality sounding smoker. It's electrically driven, which, I mean, I've read, I've seen enough about him. Like, I know some people go, oh, well, it's sacrilege. It's not the real. It's fucking handy if you have a thing to be doing. Do you know what I mean? If you have stuff to be doing, because the thing about the charcoal stuff and all the rest of it, and the old coals, you have to be around. You know what I mean? And keeping an eye on that fucker, like, because if she goes down, she goes down. There's no, but with the old electric yoke, you can kind of set it going, like, because it burns the pellets electrically, like, which I suppose is the same thing, really, like. I mean, I still always keep the Weber, but I'm interested in this yoke to see how she goes. But because there's been a lot of talk about sharing a great dressing room. It's myself, Dale Cronin, Davy Crowley, who was on the podcast last week, Richie Hayes, and John Sharpson, who's going to be on the podcast as well. Who's, they're just fucking four sound, and it's just good crack. Like, it makes life very easy when you're all in the one boat together. Like, because it's not that it gets tedious, but it just gets heavy weather. The workload gets heavy weather. You can never sit on, like, even though, like, I'm on back and forth. Out of 10 scenes, I'm in, I think 6 maybe. 6 scenes, I think. And in between, and it's not like the first 6 or the last 6 or whatever. So you're back and forth. You never sit down properly. Like, it's not like you fire on the kettle, put out a cup of tea. You're back out every 5 minutes, like. So it goes for a heavy lot. So it's good crack to have a good bunch of fucking folks. And everybody, even dancers, everybody on this cast is right good, easy going. Normal people who can hold a good conversation. Like, sometimes you run in groups and these people, especially if they're very young. You know what I mean? They talk like they're actually living inside a reality TV show. Like, there's no content to what they're fucking saying. Like, not saying that, hey, Jesus Christ, you're listening to me going, Tom, you've just waffled for the last fucking 15 minutes about pure shite there. I said, well, yeah. But to just an absolute fucking empty degree, like, you hear these folks. I don't know, is that the way youngsters talk nowadays, is it? So, like, for me, emotionally, so and all it is just talk about relationshipy kind of things and fucking just drama. Oh my God, guys, did you see last night? It was like, oh my God. And just, would you tell me a story about the time you shit your pants or something? Don't be fucking telling me that. There's no content to that shit. It's just fucking waffle. Shut the fuck up. Or tell me a good story about the time a badger bit your tit off. Like, I want to hear that shit. Like, don't be. And that's what actually endears people to you. Like, well, look, this is the group they live in. Like, so those kind of people, I've met a few of them in this kind of setup before, but this gang seems to be a bunch of sound fucking bastards, which is good. All the girls, all the fellas, they all seem like a sound bunch of fuckers, which you can't really, you can't go too far wrong if you're in an environment doing a job that's all fucking pretty good crack, and the people around you are actually right good crack too, like, and easygoing fuckers. That makes life very fucking easy when it's so intense. Like, I say, honest to God, I'm after losing a couple of pounds already, lads, and we're only a couple of shows in. Swear to God. I mean, the brain may be fucking losing a couple of cells as well, like, but, I think I'm shaping up, and I'm not even doing a whole pile of dancing, but you're just running around the place like a fucking mad joke. And even like like when you're doing exams and stuff, do you know the way you get mad hungry and stuff like that from concentrating? Well, that's what this is doing. I'm fucking starving the whole time. So I reckon it's fucking, I'll come away from this Christmas after losing 5 or 6 pounds. I'm aiming for about 5 or 6 pounds. Sharpen myself back up again. Getting my beach bod ready for nothing. I'm not going to any beach, lads. I'm not. At most, I was looking up, see could you get cheap old fucking skiing holidays sometime in fucking January or February. Be nice, wouldn't it? Tip away for maybe 3-4 days somewhere in France. Just like, there was somebody waffling about they were skiing in Wales and stuff like that, but there's only once in a fucking blue moon. It should live the same weather as us, piss and rain most of the time. Like, and I know Wales is beautiful and Snowdonia and all the rest of it's class, but like, you want to go skiing, like. So I think, does anybody know more about the French setup? I've only gone to like Austria really, and a bit in Germany and a bit so I don't really know. And if you can get it fucking cheap, I'm not spending a fortune. Do you know what I mean? Herself has never skied, so I'd be dragging her around in a toboggan maybe for the crack. I'd even go on a toboggan for the crack, just because an old ski holiday is good crack, because everybody's a bit of a mad fucker, and there's no real posers, like, that's the idea. Like, there's no real posers. Yeah, you get the rich fucking Germans, you know what I mean, who are wearing all Gucci gear and all the rest of it, like, but look. But then you meet normal folk. Nobody gives a bollocks what you're wearing. There's nobody, that's the main thing, there's nobody posing, because the pubs are just wild, good fucking crack, like. So it kind of feels like it's a country session when you're drinking in the evenings and stuff. Do you know, so that's what I really liked about skiing. So yeah, skiing is good crack, but it's the sessions afterwards. There's just no posing going on. Actually, yeah, that just dawned on me why I like it. There's nobody gives a bollocks. Everybody's just kind of, fuck it. Easy going. We're all here together, and it's sound. You know, that kind of way. Jeez, I think I'm discovering something here. It's just all about fucking soundness, really, isn't it? Change the podcast to that. Sound fucking podcast. It'll probably get, totally misconstrued into it. The sound will be amazing in this podcast. It might be shite in this podcast, but at least we're being sound about things. But I am going back to the barbecuing thing. I'm not going to... There was talks of me making a fucking barbecue and all the rest of it for the actual, the Panto cast and stuff, but that's totally, where am I going? I don't have the barbecue with me, so you can't, it's not going to happen. But what I am doing, hopefully, on Wednesday, I'm going over to the boys' place because I've got the gig Wednesday night, so I'm not going to tip back out home after the show. I'm going to tip over to the boys' apartment, the three boys, trio, and Richie. The four. I mean, they're kind of living across the way from each other, and they're staying on campus. And I'm gonna make a venison stew for the boys. I don't think John or Dale has ever had venison before. I don't think that. Yeah, I think Dale said he hadn't had it. Be interesting to see what to take from it. It's a fucking sexy old stew, lads. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to make it for the boys. Oh yeah, Jesus. I'm doing somebody else's podcast tomorrow. It'll come to me. Keith from the Blunt Force podcast. I don't know if you're a listener. I think he's part of the Lemur app. Conspiracy, they call themselves. It's a podcast network that I think Paddy Houlihan and a couple of more are on. He's a Limerick-based chap. I met him. He was up at the time I was opening for Colin Geddes in Whelan's, and he just did a short little pod with Colin beforehand. And I didn't realise he lived on in Limerick, but he was just going, hey, it'd be great to, if you could, so it'll be good crack. I think we're doing a kind of a review on the year. I'll post it up on Twitter and stuff like that, and he's a right man for the Instagram. He knows what he's doing with Instagram. He's got all cool tattoos and shit like that, you know what I mean? So he's up to date on that stuff, whereas I'm just putting up like stupid silly shit of goats and stuff like that. He knows what he's at. Like, he's one of those people who knows Instagram, so he'll be put up there. I'll whatever other places I can put it, I'll tweet it, like, and I'll tell you where you can get it anyway next week, so don't worry about it. I think we're doing a year in review or something like that. Should be good crack. Jesus Christ. Is Katie Taylor the best? Is she just the best international sports person we've ever had? It's hard to argue at this stage, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I mean, she probably, like, people are saying, she's not getting the plaudits she should. And she's not. Women's boxing just isn't. But it's getting better. And it's probably as a result of her. Like, I reckon before she finishes her career, she'll do like kind of what the women of tennis did back, in the Martina Navratilova, and then all of a sudden the Williams sisters were their headline. And Ronda Rousey then did for the UFC. I reckon what's her name could do the same thing, Katie Taylor. It's hard to argue. Just look at the facts and figures there. Like, you know what I mean? When it comes to just fucking heights she's doled out. Like, she's something like 12 fights in 25 months or something. Something ridiculous like that anyway. And she's fucking, what did I say? Fucking kicking ass and fucking taking names or whatever it is. I don't know what the fucking slogan is, but there's nobody could fucking touch her. And I can't see how certainly anybody in combat sports, there's nobody. And I've had a bunch of combat sports people on this, like, and I'm friends with them. But and maybe there isn't the opportunity, I don't know, but like, she's just outclassing fucking everybody. Do you reckon she'd give McGregor a go? I reckon she would, hands-wise. If it was a boxing match, I reckon she'd win. Have you seen some of her stuff, like, she's hitting the bag and stuff like that? Oh, it's just scary to see any human, let alone a woman. I know people talk about the whole, crossover and everything else, because like Joe Rogan put up a thing about this trans woman she looks like He-Man, the cartoon He-Man. God bless, like, you know what I mean? She may be a trans woman, but she's still carrying all the attributes of an extremely fucking impressive male athlete. Like 6'3", like a back like a fucking handball alley. Like, you know what I mean? You could play like, Jesus. Have a gander at it. There's this Australian lady, she's playing, I don't know, is it netball or something, like in like the second division, because the first division wouldn't let her in because it was like, here. But she's just fucking smashing people. She's just 6'3", weighs about fucking 17 stone. Looks like Thor, they reckon, because of the long blonde hair. Just like she does. There's just no two ways about it. And that's not safe for fucking women. Like, it's like that MMA woman, trans woman, that cracked a woman's skull there about a month ago. Like, of course, yeah. Because she's got big man fucking paws on her. Like, you can call it whatever way you want. And I'm happy to call her a woman. Like I said in the past, I don't give a fuck what people want to be. You can be a fucking lampshade once it doesn't cost me a fucking penny. Couldn't give a bollocks. And nobody should give a bollocks. I really mean that. You should not give a bollocks if it doesn't cost you any money or any time. And if it doesn't cost you any of them and you're still getting worried about stuff, you're not busy enough. Go get take on another job. You're not fucking busy enough. Like, you can get whatever way you fucking want about it. Look, who knows what's inside anybody's head. Same way, like, I wouldn't slag off anybody in the sporting world, like the likes of, like, people were like, oh my God, because Oprah is unbelievable at making a fucking drama. Because that's her gig, like, you know, it's the reason why she's worth $1 billion, like, but, yeah, like, when she had Lance Armstrong on that time, he's like, yeah, and he got her to, and, like, kind of mates who I'd fucking would have expected more out of, like, were going, oh my god, he's such a piece of shit. Like, he came in and shat in your Christmas tree and stole your fucking kids' presents. Nobody knows what it's fucking like to be at the top of all time. Think about this. Of all time. The amount of people who are the exact same and have done nothing past what anybody else has done. Can you imagine being the 7-time fucking Tour de France champion? The greatest, basically. And yeah, he's taking drugs. The whole fucking place is taking drugs. But regardless, alright, take them all back. But you can't be calling the fella a piece of shit. Who knows what you'd be like yourself? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised with myself if by some magic fucking, I don't know, dimension, I was able to look at it and they went, yeah, Tom, actually, if you were in his position, you would take all the drugs as well. You take all of them. I wouldn't go, no. I'd probably go, okay, I believe you, because I have no fucking idea. Like, the only comparison I can have, like, is that, like, if you have a fucking, I don't know, a stand-up gig and it's like somebody's bought 1,000 fucking tickets and there's a way of getting that gig out of you at a, you know, at fucking a top notch, probably better than you can naturally do it. Or say you've got fucking injuries on board and this couple of drugs could fucking get you through that gig. Because you think about fucking the likes of Armstrong and these people, it's not just them. There's a lot of people relying on a fucking wage packet out of their good name. Do you know what I mean? So that pressure comes on you too. Who knows? Who fucking knows? So, but like that, when going the long way back to what the fuck I was talking about was, I don't know, it should be a case-by-case basis. When fucking, you know, Chris Hemsworth wants to become a fucking woman and all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and go into the fucking, a contact sport that's only for women. Yeah. That's, you know, you got... I mean, anybody listening to this podcast is a logical person. Because if you've gotten this far, you're a logical fucking person. You go, yeah, no, I totally agree with you, Tom. And somebody who'd know about these things, like Catherine Lynch, who was on the podcast 2 weeks ago, because she has a ton of trans friends and gay friends and stuff like that. She was like, Jesus, yeah. That is... This is the thing. Typically people that bitch, moan and complain and go, no, there is no difference between a man and a woman. There just isn't. Like, there's talks of fucking making... What was it this morning? That they were going to make it illegal in Australia. I'm guessing it's a bullshit thing for kids below the age of 5 or something to be actually called more than a girl or a boy, that they'd be allowed to choose. Ugh, it's not going to make a fucking difference. Here's the thing. If you're born a girl, but you desperately want to be a boy, just make it more acceptable to do that. Don't go, because what about the girls who want to be girls and the boys who want to be guys? That is totally fucking, you know what I mean? Like, hey, well, I still have you. If you're still listening after that fucking weird fucking road I went down, Jesus Christ, I apologise flat. I don't normally go down these things at all. Life lessons. Here's a life lesson. Be fucking sound. Stop being a cunt. If you're behaving like a cunt, stop and be sound. There you go. That's the size of it. I'm going to be sticking with you over the Christmas. Talk about just the degradation of my mind and all the rest of it. I've a couple of life fucking tips. To everybody who got in contact actually over the week, fair play to a lot of actually people getting in contact this week. Just about cool shit. And I suppose the Christmassy vibe and all the rest we were talking about, just fucking coming home and, you know, being in another country and stuff. Hey, wherever you are, the podcast will be fucking there for you. And I'll be there to... I got to hit back actually a few people that have messaged me. I got to hit you back. But you listen to this podcast, you know exactly what I've been up to. Up to my fucking eyes I have. Up to my tits. That's what I've been. But I definitely will get back to you over the Christmas period, so don't you worry. It's just chit-chatting, you know what I mean? Just chit-chatting. No, you're definitely there. I have seen it. I don't miss much in what we call it. And now, I say that, but I did actually put up a post about an hour ago, say I was going to be doing this podcast on... I put it up on Instagram. And I think sometimes people don't take it seriously, because I can't really take social media seriously, so I put up like a filter of me looking like a granny. And I think... Look, I'm a fucking comedian. Do you know? And you don't really want to drop the fucking... I don't want to drop the fucking... you know, I suppose, what's it is, the fourth wall. And, you know, let people in and you know, stop being... No, I love dicking about. That's why I wouldn't drop it. But I left the phone outside in the other room. So if people have messaged me with questions or whatever, I'm fucking sorry. Again, it's not going to be life-changing things. It may be serious, but I won't be able to give you a proper answer because, you know what, I tell jokes for a fucking living. I've just stood in front of, 1,800 screaming children for the day. So that's where I'm at in life. But how can I complain? How can I fucking complain? I'm wandering around as a make-believe character with a giant fucking axe, with loads of sound people in loads of front, making tons and tons of fucking kids laugh. Yeah, it's pulling the fucking soul out of me because I'm just not built for that kind of setup. But I'm having the fucking crack. Which you should too. This is the fucking thing. Don't let any fucker tell you that it isn't conventional. I was a civil engineer, shouting and roaring like a fucking bullock around fucking building sites, spitting and smoking fags. And now I fucking walk across the stage in a pair of fucking knee-high socks, and do I fucking love it? You're fucking right, I do. And no fucker will tell me otherwise. So that's your goal. If it's a thing you're into, fuck them all. I'd send them fucking my way. I wouldn't be long putting them fucking straight. If anybody has any questions about those kind of things, if you're into it, fucking do it. That should be just it. I'm putting that in a t-shirt. If you're into it, fucking do it. Never mind your just do it from Nike. If you're into it, just don't. I'm not peddling any brand. Just if you're into your thing, fuck everybody. If you're into fucking petrified fucking raisins, fucking get into it. Make a few bob off it somewhere. There's so much shit online nowadays. Genuinely. Actually, somebody just sent me a thing recently. It was a listener sent me a thing recently with this unbelievable, funny saleswoman, American one. She was at some, like, craft fair or whatever. She had petrified moose shit, which comes out in, like, I suppose, grape-sized fucking nuggets. But she had it done in loads of cool things. Like, she actually had it petrified rock solid. But she had it I know this sounds fucking horrific, but actually when you look at it, they just like little... I didn't realise what I was seeing first. They just looked like little chocolate balls. But she had it made into little shapes and little funny yolks, painted and all the rest. What is it? Only a fucking pebble, like, you know what I mean? All the badness gone out of it when you fucking dry it and petrify it and wash it and all the rest of it. But she was such a good salesperson. I hope to fuck she's making money. Like, well, of course she is. Because the video itself had a couple of million views. Because she was such a good, funny saleswoman at this thing. So if she's able to sell shite because she's enjoying selling shite, then that's what you're to fucking do with yourself. Fuck what everybody else says. Fuck convention. Fuck that. The world could be fucking gone tomorrow. Couldn't it? I mean, it looks like at any one time, one mad bastard or the other, whether it's in North Korea or that fucking lunatic in America or some other fucking crackpot in fucking Russia, presses a button and all our hard work, all our savings, gone out the fucking door. So do whatever the fuck you want. Just as long as you stay listening to the podcast. And of course, you maybe sign up to the Patreon because it... What a cunt. Anyway... Jesus, I was getting very deep there and political and all the rest, and nearly headed into talking about the referendum for Brexit. I fucking said it. I said it fucking when it came out. If you want to go back through the back catalogue, I've said it a few times during it. There's no way this shit is going to pass. I've too many fucking listeners in the UK who fucking message me going, nah, we can't. If it does, we're fucking seceding from the Union. One or the other. And fucking English people going, well, fuck this, I'm off up to Scotland. Because... what are you gonna do? You saw the BBC documentary or short documentary where they sent a bunch of, I suppose they looked like well-heeled, healthy-looking fucking English kids out. The kids, they were in their fucking 20s. They were students, graduates of some sort. They sent them out into some mucky old field to go pulling turnips or something, which typically it's immigrants do the job. And they were like, they said you can make good money at this if you can do the job well and fast, but it's fucking miserable. Like, you're up to your bollocks and muck and shit. And it's pissing down rain. It's cold most of the year, like. And during the pulling weather of these turnips or whatever, or the Swedes or whatever they were, and these kids were just fucking. They were. You call them kids because you wouldn't have them in your way, let alone fucking working for you. Just stone fucking useless, which is what so many fucking youngsters are nowadays. You know what I mean? Like, and it was unreal because they just pointed out, like if Brexit comes in, like it'll probably stop. The people, so all of a sudden veggie. Do you know what I mean? It was just a brief insight into what a fucking disaster it's going to be. Like it or love it, fucking, you're in the Union of Europe. It's going to make it a lot fucking handier to stay. It's going to be so. Even when most people are going, we fucking hate this, but look, we have to stick with it now. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like sitting down on a fucking dirty toilet by accident without looking back. You know what I mean? You didn't clean off the fucking bowl, and some bastards after pissing all over it, like. But And then you realise, jeez, I don't even need to take a shit. Fucking hell. I've told everybody I'm going to the toilet. Fuck it. Anyway, I don't even need to go to the toilet. And now I'm sitting in a pissy bowl. Here. I'm going to have to fucking stay. Pride and fucking, I'm too sober to get up and walk back. Do you know what? Do you know what? The people in charge in Westminster just need to get drunk. All together, all at the same time. And then honesty will come out and go, this is a fucking dreadful idea. Because other than it not costing you a bean, or somebody's making a lot of money somewhere, one or the other, and it's just, fucking Boris Johnson thinks he's the new Winston Churchill or whatever, I don't know. It sounds to me like it may be out the fucking window, though, if logic gets its way. And soundness, this is what I'm talking about, fucking soundness. Who gives a fuck about fucking all fucking borders and all the rest? Fuck all them fucking borders. Fucking, like that. How the fuck could you tell the difference between me and somebody who lives in fucking Germany? Do you know what I mean? Until you open your fucking... Okay, granted, I probably have to walk with somebody from Tipperary. Fair enough. It is quite a fucking welly-wearing walk, but Jesus. You know what I mean? Fuck talking about fucking old borders. Like I said, one fucking good-sized rock flying from outer space is going to fucking blow us out of the fucking water anyway. So all I want. Do you know what I mean? So what are you worried about fucking lines in a map for? Load of old shite. Now, when it comes down to fucking Tipperary versus Kilkenny in the first round of the fucking championship... Yeah, there'll be fucking lines and fucking borders matter. Although I'm saying that Tipperary in the first round of the league beat Limerick the other night. My beloved Munster got beaten by a disgustingly dirty fucking cast. Fucking load of half the bastards should be fucking cited for about 12 months. But that's not the excuse. Munster shouldn't have been in that position. They should have won anyway. And that's all I'm going to say about sports at the end of this podcast, because it's not really a sports podcast. I know some podcasters kind of go that way just because they've nothing else to fill the day with, but I'll waffle all fucking day long, and I think people are happy enough about the waffling. Like I said, I'll be getting back to anybody who contacted me over the last week, because I think people are kind of starting to wind down for the old Crimbo, and they're just shooting me a couple of emails and all the rest. I will be getting back to you, don't you fucking worry about that. 110%. That's the end of the podcast. Hit it a rate, subscribe if you haven't. Give us an old rating on the old, whatever app you're listening on, typically podcast app or the old Apple app, will fucking give it an old rating there, lads. The rating helps it drive it up the yoke, which means more Patreon, which means I can get fucking better headphones and microphones for this yoke. And we can travel and spend more time to get more weirder guests. Also, if you have a gander at the Patreon, if it's your thing, or grab an old something or other, whether it's a t-shirt or a fucking woolly hat, grab it off of fucking T Republic. Again, the link will be in this description. I'll be in Dolan's tomorrow night. I've nothing else to say to you other than, keep an eye out for the gigs, and I'll talk to you on Friday, you sexy shower of bastards.